Hey y'all, thank you again for joining The Helpful Teacher. I'm so glad that you are here again. Woo! Sorry, I'm a little excited. I have for you today how to better incorporate Zoom into your synchronous learning. Everybody know what synchronous is? That's those live lessons that we will be doing with our students. So I'm gonna go in a little deeper dive. I have a video on the basics of Zoom, so if you wanna check that out, I'll link it in the description box below. But let's get started on this tutorial. Let me calm down. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna want to do is go to zoom.us. When you are organizing and setting up your Zooms, you always want to use the web browser to do that. Okay, you're gonna go to sign in. So depending on your district, they may have purchased a license for you. So that just depends. So I'm gonna sign in with Google. I'm going to log in with my district's credentials, and it's going to bring me to my home page. Now, I have this blurred because it, of course, has my personal meeting ID and all of that information. But we're going to go to settings because this is where you're going to want to go in and make your Zoom meetings personalized to your classroom and the things that you want to see in your classroom. So I'm just going to go over a few of those. Some of these options may or may not be available based on the license or the account that you have. So most important is the waiting room. Depending on your grade level and depending on what you want in your Zoom conference, waiting room is beneficial. I know for me, since I'm teaching middle school and my students will be joining me every 55 minutes, I want to have the waiting room for my, second period class so that when it's time to switch, I know that this is my second period. I can release everyone for my first period class and then bring those students in using the same Zoom link, if that makes sense. Now, let's say you have a first grade class or a primary class, you may want to disable the waiting room so that when they log in, they're just able to join you right away. This is a feature that I've just realized, that it's the waiting room options. This will probably be better for upper grade secondary as well. And you can have your logo there and you can give them a message that they will see when they're waiting in the waiting room. So for instance, this one says, please wait, the meeting host will let you in soon. I customized mine to say, hello students, please wait here until I invite you into class. Something to that nature. It's just a little something that you can customize and make it your own for your specific class. I'm just going to scroll down and find some features that I felt were beneficial. Okay, chat features. It's going to be important, especially for our upper grade secondary. You may or may not want your students to be able to use the chat feature. This feature right here allows them to send messages that are visible to everyone. So if they're answering questions or you're using that as your attendance, that's viewable to everyone. This is when I hurried up and made sure that I disabled and allowing my students to be able to send private one-to-one messages. And that's a no-no, and we're not doing that. So you can also prevent them from saving the chat. File transfer, I'm not gonna really worry about that. I did keep it open just in case I did want to send them something on Zoom. I wanted to be available to do that. So the remote control feature, I actually used this a few times during this training that I was hosting this summer. But essentially what it enables you to do is kind of, I don't want to say tap into another person's computer, but you're able to gain access to their computer to show a student where to go or what to click on their own personal PC. So you're kind of taking charge in a sense over their computer, navigating their computer. It's a little hard to explain, but hopefully I explained it to the best of my ability. Nonverbal feedback. I really, really, really like this one. These are the nonverbal participant features that you can have your students use once you teach it to them. So it has an option for them to say yes, Let's say you're asking, is everybody with me? Has everybody taken their attendance for the day? Yes or no? Did anybody have trouble logging into Canvas or Google Classroom? Yes or no? You're able to gain those quick answers without having them raise their hands and type it in the chat and all that. You're able to see it all at once, and I love it. Your students are also able to tell you, go a little bit slower, repeat that one more time. Based on your pacing as a teacher, your students can tell you, wait, I didn't get that. Can you go a little bit slower? And they don't have to interrupt you. They'll just be able to show this. And as you can see, it's showing right there on mine. They're also able to give thumbs up, thumbs down, or clap. One thing I also like is a break. This is a great thing to use for restroom breaks. So I know one of my coworkers was like, how are you going to manage restroom breaks? So their student is able to go to more and tap this button and let you know, hey, I need to go to the restroom, just in case you get a call on them or anything, or their screen is turned off, you know that they're at the restroom. Maybe you can have some sort of procedure to where, you have 5 minutes to go to the restroom, make sure you come back and give me a thumbs up when you're back or something to that nature. When you are done, you're able to clear all. Every time you have asked a question, you're able to clear all and reset it for your students. Another feature that I decided to enable was to hide participants' profile pictures in a meeting. Now, this is my first year in middle school, so I don't even know what they're going to do. And I just want to make sure that everything is appropriate and there's no wiggle room for foolery or foolishness. I say foolery. So I decided to do that, and I may enable it, I may disable that later on, but just at the beginning while I'm going over my expectations and all that, I'm going to keep it to where we only see their names. Okay, so this is where I open up Zoom on my computer, and I'll go ahead and show you a few of these features as well. Polls is another tool for those quick checks or exit tickets. You're able to ask a question and have your students poll in. Of course, we know the chat feature. A lot of people don't know, but this is where you would go to get the chat saved if you desire to do that. And I do like that it is connected to all these different platforms. So that is where you would go to save your chat. Okay, so as you can see here, I have 2 fake people waiting in the waiting room, and I'm going to go ahead and admit them, and I'm going to assign them to breakout rooms. So I'm going to go to more, go to breakout rooms, and you can have Zoom automatically put your students in breakout rooms, so they can, depending on how many groups you want per room, you can do that. You can automatically have them, or you can manually put them in. So here's my first breakout room. I'm going to assign. You can assign one student there or both students, and you can add a room, and you can move a student however you want to. So I'm going to keep it just like this, just so I can show you what it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and click open all rooms, and now they're going to be joined to the room, and I'm going to go ahead and join them. Okay, so then the students will get a pop-up that says the host is inviting you to join the breakout room. So they will just click join. Okay, so this is what it looks like. They will get a notification on their device, and it says the host is inviting you to join a breakout room. So they will just click join and give them a few seconds, and they are in their breakout room. So as you can see, they are both joined to their own breakout rooms, and no one is with me here in the main room. Now, I think breakout rooms are so beneficial, especially when doing guided reading or even guided math. You're able to essentially have rotations, and you can rotate the groups out, and I'm going to show you that you can actually go in and join these groups. So let's do that now. So I'm going to join this breakout room right here. I'm just going to go check and make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. So it gives me this. And now, as you can see, I am with this student or students inside of their breakout room. I can ask them questions, make sure they're doing good, and all of that. I can leave this room and it'll bring me back to my main room. And to go back, I'll just go back to breakout rooms and I can join that room if I would like to. But I also want to show you this, broadcast a message to all. If you type a message here, so you can send them reminders or questions, whatever you want, you're able to broadcast that and all of the different attendees or students will be able to see that. So when you are done and you want to close your rooms and have all your students return, go ahead and select close all rooms. Your students in turn will get this message that's giving them a 60-second countdown, letting them know that their rooms will close in 60 seconds.
So was it helpful? If it was, don't forget to like and subscribe to The Helpful Teacher. I'll be back again with some more tutorials. Comment down below with any questions or concerns you have. Again, I'll link my email address, my Facebook page that you can go and view and get our videos as well. And message me if you have questions. I always try my best to return those within 24 hours. So I am here for you until those students start emailing me like crazy, right? No, everything will work out. Hope you guys are having a great week. Hope you guys are having a great month. You are, because you're controlling your thinking. See you next time in the next video. Bye, guys.